ਵਰਿਆਂ ਦਹਾਕਿਆਂ ਸਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਹਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਭਾਰਤ ਸੋਨੇ ਦੀ ਚਿੜੀਆ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਪਰ ਬਰਤਾਨਵੀ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਦੀਆਂ ਫਿਰਕਾ ਪ੍ਰਸਤੀ ਤੇ ਫੁੱਟ ਪਾਊ ਰਾਜ ਕਰੋ ਨੀਤੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਚਾਲਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਖੇਰੂ ਕਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਨਾ ਲਾਇਆ ਤੇ ਕਦੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਢਿੱਡ ਭਰਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਭਾਰਤ ਉਜੜ ਗਿਆ। ਸਿਆਸਤਦਾਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ ਗੁੰਝਲਾਂ ਵਕਤ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਜ ਖੋਲਣੀਆਂ ਪਈਆਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਸਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਗੋਂ ਧਰਤੀ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਦੋ ਟੋਟੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ। ਗਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਵਿੱਥ ਤੋਂ ਕੋਹਾਂ ਦੂਰ ਹੋਏ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਖੂਨੀ ਬਣ ਬੈਠੇ। ਘਰਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਦੀਵਾਰਾਂ ਚੀਖ ਉੱਠੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਪੈਰੀ ਫਰਸ਼ਾਂ ਹੇਠ ਅਣਜੰਮੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦਫਨ ਹੋਏ। ਇੱਕ ਸੂਹੀ ਲਕੀਰ ਧਰਤ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਕਲ ਅੰਬਰ ਤੱਕ ਲਾਲ ਕਰ ਗਈ। ਲੱਖਾਂ ਲੋਕ ਗਠੜੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਲੋਥੜੇ ਲੱਦ ਕੇ ਘਰੋਂ ਬੇਘਰ ਹੋਏ। ਡੁੱਬਦਾ ਸੂਰਜ ਨਵੀਂ ਸਵੇਰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਇਆ, ਪਰ ਸਵੇਰ ਸਖਣੀ ਸੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਚਾਨਣ ਤੋਂ। ਸਵੇਰ ਇੱਕ ਕਸਮੈਲੀ ਜਿਹੀ, ਇੱਕ ਅਧਮਰੀ ਸਵੇਰ।
15th March 1913, the day I bellowed my way into this world. I was born in Khokari, a charming village in Punjab. I was born to Sardar Kesar Singh and Sardarni Ishar Kaur. Cocooned in a large happy family with 5 brothers and sisters, it was a blissful childhood. We had milk, butter and food flowing in abundance and a large staff to take care of us. I was a pampered kid and was fondly called Malika.
Malika? Malika? किथे है तू? जी सुनते हो जी? मलिका वेखी किते?
भागवाने फिकर ना कर, इत्थे पे किते खेडदी होनी है। ये गुड्डी भी ना
कुड़ी दा भी पता नहीं लगता भी किथे चल जांदी आ। मलिका पुत्र किथे से तू? वे बेबे किन्नी परेशान होई पई है।
बेबे तुसी भी ना इतने तो पई खेडी सी मैं।
चल चल
गर्भ कर्ण लंब आदनील आनंद संपन्न आनंद संप
Though my parents indulged me, they strived to instill great values in me.
सकल प्रजा जन आप सवारी सबकन को सेव गुण सुख दियो सतरन को फल मोहम्मद कियो घट घट के अंतर विजानत भले बुरे के पीर प्रशांत चीटी से पंच।
As devout Sikhs, they taught me to respect Gurpani, which is the holy scriptures of Sikhs, and live according to the teachings of the Gurus. I started to recite Japji Sahib every day.
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भो निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैबन प्रसाद Japan such, having such, and hosi bhi such.
I sang Sikh hymns and learned to play the harmonium as an accompaniment. I became a staunch devotee of Guru Nanak Dev. My parents had a progressive mindset. Hence, they enrolled me in a renowned school, Khalsa Middle School, which was a few miles away in the city of Gujranwala. There they met a teacher, Mayavanti, who was well admired in her fraternity. They entrusted her to guide and protect me. Mayavanti was a very kind-hearted teacher. She took good care of me and would often take me to a temple nearby. In 1931, when I turned 18, my parents began thinking of getting me married. As they had a limited social circle in Khokari, they ventured to Lahore, the capital of Punjab, to place a matrimonial advertisement in one of the leading dailies. As luck may have it, this move prophetically turned out to be a good one. In an unexpected turn of events, my parents were introduced to Dr. Wazir Singh and his wife Sardarni Jeevan Kaur. They were the parents of the boy Nanak Singh, for whom they too had come to place a matrimonial ad. He had an impressive background and a bright future. My parents were excited, and after a few pleasantries, our families decided to pursue this alliance further. And in 1931, my marriage to Nanak Singh was solemnized according to Sikh rites in Lahore. As Mrs. Nanak Singh, my married life was blissful. I would get up every day early and recite Gurbani, which made my in-laws very happy. I had nothing to worry about. I felt I shifted from one home to another. He was a brilliant student and an upright person. He had studied at the prestigious Forman Christian College, FC College, and had graduated with BSc Honours from Punjab University. Subsequently, he had completed his law from Law College, Lahore. He had recently completed his training at the Punjab Police Academy at Philor, Punjab. He was now with the Punjab Police as a prosecuting inspector and was posted at Sargodha, a district town of Punjab. But he was frequently transferred within the province of Punjab.
ਇਲਾਕੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੰਦੋਲਨਕਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਲਹਿਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਧ ਗਈ। ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਓ ਤੇ ਠੱਲ ਪਾਓ। ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਪਵੇ ਤੇ ਲਾਠੀ ਚਾਰਜ ਕਰੋ, ਗੋਲੀ ਚਲਾਓ।
ਆਪਣੇ ਇਲਾਕੇ ਦੇ ਕ੍ਰਾਂਤੀਕਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਲਾਠੀ ਚਾਰਜ ਗੋਲੀ ਤਾਂ ਕੀ, ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਉਂਗਲ ਨਾ ਚੁੱਕਣ ਦਿਆਂ।
ਇਸ ਨਾਫਰਮਾਨੀ ਦੀ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੂੰ?
ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਾਣਦਾ। ਬਹੁਤੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਦਿਓ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਅਸਤੀਫਾ ਦਿੰਦਾ।
However, his refusal to open fire on a peaceful demonstration against British rule in Sargodha earned the wrath of his superiors. He was posted at difficult stations like Rajanpur, Jampur, and Dera Ghazi Khan.
सरदार साहब किथे वेंदे पे हवे सवेले सवेले?
ओ मियां साहब थाने पे वेना तो सानू पता ते है कि मैं वक्त दा पाबंद हां, तुहाडी नमाज वांगू।
ओ ता ठीक है, पर आज रोटी वाला डब्बा नहीं नजर आंदा पे किथा नू साडी नाराज तां नहीं है?
ओ नहीं साईं मियां जी नहीं, ओ शोदी किवें नाराज हो सकदी है? वो तो रब दे रंग च राजी रहंदी है। दरअसल आज अच्छा मैं लेट पिया थी ना, वल मिलसा अम्मा नु सलाम देना।
It was a lonely time for me. I found myself in a strange and isolated environment at Rajanpur. The majority of the tribal population in its remote and secluded region were Muslims who were proud of their culture. However, most of the women were illiterate. I saw a window of opportunity to interact with these tribal women and children to encourage them to seek knowledge through literacy. With this aim, I immediately got involved in community service and started an education center. Word of my volunteering for adult education was out and my efforts made it to the papers. The news reached Miss Khalib, the district inspector of schools at Dera Ghazi Khan. She visited Rajanpur to see the education activity under her jurisdiction. On return to her office, Miss Khalib sent to me 2 letters of appreciation, appreciating my efforts in promoting education. Meanwhile, Nanak Ji realized that the British government had cleverly sidelined him away from the mainstream independence movement, for which he had a great zeal and passion. That realization hit him hard and he took the bold decision to resign from the police service. It was a momentous decision for us as Nanak Ji had an outstanding service career with over 20 police meritorious commendation certificates and secure employment. Yet, he gave up his job only so that he would be able to freely support the independence movement. After his resignation, we moved to Multan, which was a predominantly Muslim region. This is where Nanak Ji established his law practice as a well-qualified attorney. Nanak Ji chose to shift to Multan since he knew the area well. He had served there earlier as a prosecuting inspector when he was with the Punjab police. He had good contacts in Multan that would help him to establish his law practice. Being on his own now offered Nanak Ji endless opportunities to focus on his passion, which was to mobilize public opinion and put an end to the British Raj in India.
ਸਾਥੀਓ, ਮੁਲਤਾਨ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਕੁੱਪ ਮੈਦਾਨ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਹਾਜ਼ਰੀ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਕ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕ੍ਰਾਂਤੀਕਾਰੀ ਹੁਣ ਭਾਰਤ ਨੂੰ ਬਰਤਾਨਵੀ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਦੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਆਜ਼ਾਦ ਕਰਵਾ ਕੇ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ। ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸੈਫੂਦੀਨ ਕਿਚਲੂ ਮਹਾਤਮਾ ਗਾਂਧੀ ਦੇ ਉਸ ਅਖੰਡ ਭਾਰਤ ਦਾ ਸੁਪਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਸਾਕਾਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਣਾ, ਜੇ ਬਰਤਾਨਵੀ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਫਿਰੰਗੀ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਆਪਣੀ ਫਿਰਕਾ ਪ੍ਰਸਤੀ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਟੁੱਟ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਹੋਂਦ ਤੋਂ, ਆਪਣੀ ਵਿਰਾਸਤ ਤੋਂ, ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਤੋਂ। ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਭਾਰਤ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਹੈ। ਮਜ਼ਹਬੀ ਆਧਾਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ 5 ਆਬਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੰਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਇਸ ਤਾਕਤ ਦਾ ਮੁਜ਼ਾਹਰਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਭਾਰਤ ਨੂੰ ਬਰਤਾਨਵੀ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਦੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਆਜ਼ਾਦ ਕਰਵਾ ਕੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ।
I too supported my husband in his political activities for India's freedom. Many delegates would drop by for meetings and discussions. We always treated them well with food and occasionally with accommodation.
ਤੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਵਕਤਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੀ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਜਵਾਬ ਇਨਕਲਾਬ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਾਬਾਦ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਣਾ ਹੈ। ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਦਿਓ, ਹਮ ਇੱਕ हैं, ਇਨਕਲਾਬ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਾਬਾਦ।
However, on the 5th of March 1947, at about 10 o'clock, students of DAV High School came out of their classes to demonstrate against the breakup of India. As they marched towards the city, students from the nearby locality started to join in, shouting slogans against the formation of Pakistan. The children were attacked by the mob armed with sticks, machetes, and knives. Some who managed to get away but were chased, and those who could not run fast enough were severely injured. Nanak Ji shouted, "Stop attacking children, stop it!" But no one listened to him. Instead, they turned on him, shouting that he was the enemy of Pakistan. "Let us kill him," they chanted. Within seconds, Nanak Ji found himself surrounded by these merciless men who attacked him with rage and fury. With 11 deep cuts in his skull, Nanak Ji succumbed to these grievous wounds and attained immortality through martyrdom. Life was not the same after Nanak Ji's death. Sardar Nanak Singh, a prominent political leader and an illustrious legal scholar and my life partner, was assassinated. My life had come to an abrupt end, and overnight my children were left fatherless. I became a widow without a breadwinner, and my own life was thus suddenly plunged into pitch darkness. Untold sufferings and hardships fell on me. But I had to be immediately evacuated for the fear of being killed by the mob. Fortunately, the Hindu Seva Samiti, a charity organization in Multan, rushed to our rescue. It was decided to take the train from Gujranwala to Patiala. The refugee train for Patiala was to arrive after 7 to 8 hours. I took that chance and went hunting for food for my little ones. But finally, when the train did arrive, the waiting sea of displaced humanity rushed to enter the compartments. It was chaotic, with the desperate Millie screaming and pushing to get in. Only the fittest and the young could get in. Many pushed themselves through the windows. The rest clambered on the rooftop. I was bewildered and stood motionless in a helpless state with my exhausted children. In the confusion and rush of refugee, my 2-year-old son, Brijinder Singh, went missing. I became hysterical, but again, with the grace of God, my 15-year-old Rajinder found him. Soon the engine driver blew the whistle indicating that the overloaded train was about to leave. As the wheel of the train slowly began to move, the engine driver saw me and my children standing there helplessly.
और रोक लो, तुम्हें रब दा वास्ता रोक लो। मैं नानक सिंह की विधवा हूँ, मुझे और मेरे बच्चों को छोड़कर मत जाओ भाई, रोक लो।
He applied the brakes. and stopped the train.
ਬੇਬੇ ਜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠ ਜਾਓ, ਸਾਰੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਭਰੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਹੋਰ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਥਾਂ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠ ਜਾਓ, ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾਲ ਲੈ ਚੱਲਦਾ।
The children climbed up and parked themselves on the engine tender, which was loaded with coal for the steam locomotive.
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੌਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਬੇਬੇ ਜੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੇ ਘਰੋਂ।
I'm Harbans Kaur, and this is my story. On August 14, 1947, the Islamic Republic of Pakistan was officially established. The following day, August 15, 1947, the partitioned Republic of India was born. Having found a foothold in Patiala, we settled in.
बेबे यहाँ से तो बहुत गंदी बदबू आ रही है, ये गली तो गंद से बड़ी है।
अच्छे जैसे अच्छे दिन नहीं रहे ना, वैसे बुरे दिन भी नहीं रहेंगे, ठीक है?
बेबे पुत्र ये तिजोरी लभी है, ये बहुत पैसे होंगे हैं।
पुत्र ये हम नहीं ले सकते, ये हमारे लिए जहर है, हमें देने वाला तो रब है। इंस्पेक्टर साहब, ये तालाबंद तिजोरी मिली है मुझे, ये शायद उसी परिवार की है जो मेरी तरह उजड़कर सड़क पार चले गए, ये आप अपने कब्जे में कर लीजिए। As an additional act of dedication, I voluntarily started to teach children initial lessons in Punjabi and basic arithmetic, as many children had not attended school for several months. Now I had to secure some form of income through employment. With firm resolve, I knocked on every government door for help. I was given employment to care for the refugees in the camp. The refugee camps were crowded and cramped, and many refugees died due to malnutrition and a lack of proper medical care. I was given the office of custodian for Muslim evacuees' properties as a rent collector. However, corruption was rampant.
मैडम जी, मैंने एक छत की जरूरत, मैंने एक मकान दे, मेरे को तो बस एक अंगूठी है, तुसी रख लो। आप आपके पास रख लो, मुझे इसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं, आपसे नहीं किसी और से नहीं, इससे आपके बच्चों का पड़ेगा। मुझे रिश्वत की कोई जरूरत नहीं, तो घर मिल जाए। बहुत 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 धन्यवाद मैडम जी।
ओ मैडम जी, जब मिल रहा है तो फिर लेने में क्या बुराई है, वो खुद ही दे रहे हैं, हम मांग तो नहीं रहे।
वीर जी, मुझे अपने बच्चों को जहर नहीं खिलाना है। और कुछ? I struggled hard to give my children good education, as I knew that will take them far. As Time passed by. All 8 of my children excelled in their chosen fields. Colonel Rajinder Singh served the army. Pritam Singh went on to become the deputy headmaster at Bomdila in Northeast Frontier Agency in India. He was part of the delegation that welcomed His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who crossed over to India from Tibet in 1958. Colonel Rupinder Singh followed Rajinder and joined the Indian Military Academy at Dehradun in January 1955 and was commissioned in the Corps of Engineers as second lieutenant. My daughter Surinder Kaur Sahni, after completing her BA and B.Ed, married an army officer. Colonel Devinder Singh and Colonel Kulvinder Singh served the army, while Brijinder joined the Indian Air Force as a pilot officer. Rami Ranger Rami has risen in business to be a millionaire as a result of sheer hard work, integrity, and business acumen. What more can I ask for? All my children were well settled and happy. By 1968, Rajinder, Pritam, and Rami and their families were settled in London, England. They urged me to move to London to be part of the larger family of children and grandchildren. The house was near Sri Guru Singh Sabha Gurudwara on Havelock Road, Southall. I began to visit the Gurudwara and soon was well entrenched in this community. Everyone gave me respect and would often come to me for guidance.
So my mother instilled the right values in us. She couldn't give us financial help, but those 5 values have been the bedrock of my success. Her 5 values, we are born with it, but she told me, but son, self-respect is the most important. Your respect is in your own hand. If you misbehave, if you lie, you are ill-tempered, you are lazy, you will lose respect because you will be the architect of losing it. So don't do anything which will damage your self-respect. Without self-respect, people will not take you seriously. She also said, son, you have to show commitment. No matter how clever you are, how educated you are, if you don't show commitment to your cause, she told a story about hare and tortoise. Remember? Can keep going. So this is what I learned, that if Englishmen work 6 days, we'll work 7 days. If they work 10 hours, I'll work 12 hours. So I said, I'll show my commitment. I'll work harder than the guy next door. And she also said, you have to have work ethics. If somebody has employed you, you must give them their pound of flesh. You must give them their money worth. They put trust, they employed you so that you will give them something. But you don't have to just keep looking at the clock and just wasting your time. You will not go far. It'll be your loss, not their loss. They can always replace you, but you can't replace you. So work ethic, your customer, your supplier, your staff, they're all treated equally. Yes? And this is how my success is not just my success, it's the success of my team. No one can achieve much alone. So I always say, money does not make money. People make money. So I treat my staff like my own family. I train them, I send them to exhibition because they're the ambassador of the company. So that's how we were able to win 5 Queens Award. She also said to me that you have to have vision. If you don't have a vision, you will be headless chicken, unable to go forward. You won't know which direction to go. So you have to have an objective aim, and then you have to work toward achieving that aim. मैं कहाँ हूँ, कहाँ जाना है, कैसे जाना है. And that's what I did. And finally, she said, you must empathize with people. Put yourself in their position. Don't be arrogant and don't misbehave, because empathize with them, empathize with your staff, teacher, everybody. I'm all right, Jack approach will not help you become a respectable citizen. So that's why when people come to do business with me, I empathize with them that they might have taken a loan from the bank, they might have dreams to be successful, to give their children better education. I don't want to rip them off. I don't want to overprice them because their success is my success. And that's why I tell my customer, if you lose money, I'll make the losses good. Money I can always make back, but if I lose a customer, I will never get it back, and he'll take 10 more customers. Reputation is very important. And if you have a reputation, you will attract more customers. And that's, I owe of my success to my late mother, and I bless her. The education she gave me is worth billions of pounds. because I make money, I make respect, I do everything thanks to the values he gave me.
I have led a very content life, gave good education to my children, was honored to be the wife of Shahid Nanak Singh, and now it's time to leave the planet and align with the Almighty.